how the security forces entered Parliament. I remember Honorable Kadag, the Right Honorable Kadag, even asking where did these security people come from. She wrote a letter and we heard of the over-minded bodies statements. You remember them?
Yeah.
How the politics of animal farm was practiced that day in Parliament. That the fierce dogs and pigs came and urinated even in the chapels of the Church of Parliament. You remember? You remember?
Yes.
When you do that, you have basically erased the sanctity of an important organ of government, an institution of government. It was never, there was no, because we would have called our bishops and everything to show that we have returned the sanctity of Parliament. Today we are continuing the trend. It cannot go on like this. Next day it will be, just imagine if Yabakama announced somebody else, what will happen? If Yabakama had any credit anywhere, if he announced anybody not in the interest of somebody, or some institution, or some group, what would happen? So, we need to start now. The sanctity, the image, and the integrity of our institutions must be returned. In this booklet, we talk about this, and on page 2, interest yourselves. We talk about the consequences. The consequences. This crisis have brought problems to our neighbors, Sudan, Rwanda, Congo, Mubarak's Egypt. They have brought, and we can see every fingerprint. We can't wait. If yesterday members of parliament beat up themselves, or they were beaten to that extent on our own watch, we can't wait to sleepwalk into an election that is fake or sham. We can't wait. We want to interest, and as DP Bloc and Whole Alliance members, we want to interest every person, every individual. Get this booklet. Let's pull together for the sake of our country. For the sake, not for the sake of DP Bloc or not for the sake of our party, for the sake of our country. As Genesis, as the elderly, as the opinion leaders, as civil society, as everyone, let's pull together to save our country. Yesterday was a gloom indicator of what is about to happen as we move into the next several months. You can say just coffee. You can't say just coffee, but coffee may not be as important as a general election. Coffee might not be as important as a general election. Just imagine what will happen. Then the idea of demilitarizing our politics, our civil society, he has already underpinned that. That everything military, even in a political debate in parliament, that you've got to bring the military. Some people used to think about the rubber-dubber approach, that we needed to use our flexes to a same way guard. And also on the other side, government is also thinking in the same way, same mentality. This mentality must be buried to move into a new era, a new order of leading our people, a new order that's not about using the military against the citizens or using a garrison against the citizens. We must move away from that. Interest yourselves to this appeal. This is a major appeal, and we want to act like so. In conclusion, Honorable Mabiki has talked about these programs, PDM, Operation Wealth Creation, poverty eradication programs. Why do we opt for the most difficult? In every statement about our economy and our budget, Uganda is an agro-based economy, which anchors over 80%. Then you have the crop the crop produce that contributes to over 60% of our GDP. Why do you even want to look for other avenues to make your people rich? When there's the obvious. Help the people get as much as they can from the coffee, from their bicado, from these cash crops. Help them get as much as possible. But don't deny them by bringing stupid monopolies. Stupid monopolies. So I reaffirm what Comrade Mabika has just said. We insist it is a mistake to dissolve UCDA like it was to divest UCB, Cooperative Bank, and the other things. What is important? Bring the Coffee Marketing Board back, play its role on the other side of processing, production, marketing, storage, and all that. Bring back the cooperative movement in full swing to organize the vulnerable small-scale farmers, which are the majority. Leave the Uganda Coffee Development Authority to do what we call regulation, monitoring of the industry and service, and then let the tax collector wait at the end of the confluence to get what they want to serve the people of Uganda. It's as simple as that. But this, whatever is happening, like yesterday's debacle in Parliament, must not hoodwink the Ugandan citizens and the farmers in particular, not to move away from the industry. This is temporary. Today, somebody may come with his policies, like Idi Amin came with his policies on land. But tomorrow, our land will be managed by other more sane people, responsible citizens. So the people of Uganda must remain focused. Musimbe mwanyi, mulime mwanyi, whether in Bugishu, whether in Ntungam, whether in Acholi, whether in Buganda, and the Mwanyi Terimba thing should go on. And we applaud those leaders who are continuing to advise our farmers like so. But at the same time, even if they say they're taking back UCDA into the monopoly of government ministry and those who control, like they did to our KCCA and other institutions, we should remain focused and our proposals should remain clear.